Puzzle Gloves here, and this is the 43rd video in the Kontakt from the Ground Up tutorial series. That's probably the most regular way I've said the title in a while. And we're going to be talking about the Lo-Fi module. And I'm going to be relying on my DSP series to explain this. So go ahead and grab one, drop it on. I'm using the flute yet again. And you can see it doesn't sound all that great. And I can even make it sound worse. This is the wonderfulness of lo-fi, which just means basically bringing down in quality. So we can adjust the bit depth here. If you haven't watched my DSP series on bit depth, go watch it. There's a video on bit depth. It'll explain exactly what this does. And you could take the bits down. You could turn it off so it doesn't do anything. So it'll stay at its original quality along with the sample rate. So this has to do with volume because you went and watched that video. Then you have sample rate. I have one on sample rate, so you go check that out. However, this is a sample and hold. So in my massive series, I've got a sample and hold video. You can go check that out, and that will explain sample and hold. And I also mentioned it earlier in this series. So this will adjust the sample rate to something lower, which will introduce also aliasing because they don't use filters to... I haven't explained this in the anti-aliasing video, but the way you avoid anti-aliasing... aliasing without the Nyquist limit becoming an issue is you use a filter, a low-pass filter. But they didn't use that because they want aliasing like crazy because the whole point is to ruin the signal and make it sound, degraded in quality. So this will introduce aliasing. Go watch the DSP video for aliasing. And now these other two, this one just introduces noise. Oh my, what the heck here? That is strange. I cannot get it to turn off. Interesting. So this just introduces, I guess, constant noise, a noise floor. I don't know if they got just some recording of noise or whatever. And then you can change the color of it. And you'll actually notice that this also acts as a low pass filter, a light low pass filter, because at 100 it still noise gets through. But that could be cool for effects. So by changing the sample rate and the bit depth, you could really change some stuff around. Now, you can even do fractional bit depths, which is actually pretty cool. Now, when you go down to sample rates of really low, you start getting a lot of space between your samples. So it starts getting way weird, especially since anti-aliasing is not a thing on this module. And then you have, we already talked about the colors, just basically a low pass filter. And we have our output, which does the same thing as every other output. Presets, they do have presets, so. And yeah, you just have all sorts of madness here. That's really curious. Why doesn't the sound turn off? I want to open up another Kontakt and see if this is like a thing. Make sure it's not just a one-time dealio. Because I swear it didn't do that earlier. Let's open up Cello Solo. Oh yeah, let's destroy what that sounds like. And we'll go here, modules. Or another way to get to things I guess I don't normally do, effects. And you come in here. We've already talked about so many of these, and the noise is a constant thing. Okay, good to know. Old video game sounds. Anyways, that's what that does. Now you might be wondering, why would you want that? Well, if you make chiptune and stuff, this stuff's right up your alley. Otherwise, I don't know. It's up to you. You get creative with it. Sometimes I find myself looking for this. Sometimes I don't. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. If you're wearing a t-shirt with blue on it right now, you should subscribe. It was destiny. If you're wearing a t-shirt with blue and you're already subscribed, that means that you probably should watch this video twice. But that's just my best guess. If you have any questions, again, drop them in the comments and have a blessed day.